Hello, this is Enzo here. Today, I want to talk about your work ethic. There's one thing for sure, and you know this. You've seen it in every motivational video. You've heard me say it before. You've heard people at school, your parents, and basically, it's the kind of wisdom that you pick up in life. And that wisdom is, if you want to achieve something, you've got to work to get it. That's it. It's not a groundbreaking piece of advice. But I'm flabbergasted by the amount of people that do have ambitions, but their actions do not match those ambitions. They want to take on the world, they want to achieve this amazing thing, they want to win the world championship, they want to be this best entrepreneur they could be and get this product out. However, if we took a look at how they run their days, if we took a look at how often or how hard they work at this, how many hours they spend at this goal they have, it's nowhere near enough. And then they end up bitching, they end up trying to look for shortcuts, they end up doing more research, they buy the latest product, they buy more software and equipment in order to get themselves where they want to get, but then they don't put the hours in. This is like trying to compete in the Tour de France, buying the best bike, doing the best training, but only going 1 mile before you sit down and take a coffee and have another lunch and just chill out. It sounds so obvious, but I'm seeing all these people that write into this show ask for the latest secret, the best shortcut to get what they want, when really they should be asking, what else can I do? How can I use my hours better? I'm burnt out. What do you suggest? I'm not getting these kinds of things. All I'm getting is shortcuts. Enzo, what can you tell me that allow me to get to my goal quicker? Or they're asking me things that they could find out on bloody Google. The obvious stuff. So I just want to stop everybody right now and just say, look back on the week that's just gone past. And can you look at it and honestly say that you gave your all in that week? That you could not have done any more? That you put everything into it? Can you honestly say that? Can you honestly say that you look at the week and you say, you know what, the way that person was, the way I was last week, I deserve to have moved forward towards my goal? Or do you look back at it and think, I was probably only 20% capacity, 30%. I could have worked much harder. I could have slept less and done this and done that. If so, then it's time to shape up. As you look back on that last week, because I want you to approach every week one at a time. It's easy to say every day one at a time, but you know, we can have days off. So if you look at the 1 week and you say, last week, how did I perform? And you can only rate it like 6 out of 10, then there's no wonder that you're not making the advancement. You're not making the progress that you want to. Your results are directly linked to the amount of effort and hours and minutes and grind and sweat that you put in. If it's not there, if it's missing, and you look back on that week and you say that person doesn't deserve to earn the goal that that person had in mind, then it's time to shape up. It's time to make this week forward, make this day one, by the way, but this week forward, the kind of week that you would deserve it. It's never too late to turn things around. This is all on you. I want you to be very honest with yourself here, because there's so many people that I'm speaking to, and I'm even coaching, even my clients. I tell them exactly what to do. And then I check in with them a week later, even a day later, but let's say a week later, and they still haven't done it. They've sort of done it, but not quite. As you can imagine, as a coach, it drives me mad. There's only so much I can do. There's only so much advice I can give, but it's down to you as the person to put the hours in. Your work ethic is going to be basically the decider for if this is going to happen or not. Because if you're not very good at the skill, if you put the hours in, you'll get better at that certain skill that you're missing. Most things can be learned. Unless it's a sport that you're late to, obviously. You've got to be pretty conscious of that. But if you know that you can learn the skill, but you still haven't, then what are you waiting for? Now, you know, I do not want you to let the opinions of others overshadow the opinion that you've got of yourself. I don't want you to worry about what other people think. However, just for this one time, I'm going to allow you to do that. For the simple reason that I want you to get, your challenge, right, is to get other people to say, you work harder than anyone I know. Or I want other people to say to you, you've got to work less. You're working too hard. You've got to chill out. You need some time out. If you're not getting people say that to you on a regular basis, then you're not working hard enough. If you're not known as being the hardest working person in the family or the company, then you're not working hard enough. I want you to build a reputation that everyone around knows that you work harder than everyone else, and they have to raise their level in order to be on your level. That's when you know you're doing it right. So I don't, as I say, I don't want you to go around trying to please other people, but when it comes to something like this, when it comes to reputation, be the one that everyone says you are the one that works the hardest. And if you haven't got people saying that at the moment about you, then it's time to change. Your life depends on no one else but you. If you want to create this life that you have in your mind, then you're going to have to work your tail off, and having other people just see how hard you work is just a bit of feedback you need now and then. That's all it is. Your work ethic is everything. I don't want you complaining to other people that it's not happening if you're not putting the hours in. Simple as that. For today, I just want to leave you with that. Take a look back at the week that's just passed. Did you work your tail off? Did you get everything out of it? If so, what did you learn from it? What can you put into the week that's coming? And how are you going to perform this week that's going to outdo last week? How are you going to make even more of a leap? Make this work ethic and this hard work a new fascination, and it will be a life changer. You can transform your life within a year if you work this way. That's all for today. Speak to you next time.